Hi, I'm Dr. Rachael Degurse, owner of Pearl Primary Care, Direct Primary Care.
All right. What inspired you to become a physician?
So I actually wanted to be a doctor my whole life. I think that's probably pretty common amongst physicians. But what inspired me to be a family medicine physician was actually Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, that TV show that came out like way back in the day. She was sort of the ideal doctor in my mind when I was 6 when I watched that. So she inspired me to become a family medicine doctor.
Wonderful. What has been one of the most meaningful moments of your career?
Well, anytime I receive a good review actually from a patient is really heartwarming because I know how much effort that takes on people's part to actually go in and tell the world that you've made a difference in their life. And I received one a few years ago from a gentleman who I made a big impact in his life, and that one was particularly touching because it was a bad outcome that was avoided, and he had a really great outcome as a result.
Very nice. What do you enjoy most about serving patients in this community?
I love that Colorado Springs is like a small town feel, even though it's a city. You still meet your patients in the grocery store, even though you don't necessarily live close to them, and see them at events. It just feels like you're in a small community. So you really get to know people and you get to see them outside of the clinic setting on kind of a regular basis, or maybe just as my patients following me around, I don't know.
Why does the El Paso County Medical Society matter to physicians in our community?
It matters because I think a lot of physician offices can be sort of insulated from other physicians, especially for me. I'm a solo practitioner, so I don't get to interact with many other physicians on a regular basis. So it's nice to reconnect with those people in your community who have that shared experience of taking care of patients.
What advice would you give to physicians in training?
I came from a corporate healthcare background before I opened my practice, and it ended up being a rather negative experience. So my advice would be to look at the fine print in the contracts before you sign them. Think about more than just the dollars that they're offering to you, and think about how this might impact your life in 5-10 years and how difficult it might be if you had to leave that job.
When you are not practicing medicine, what brings you the most joy?
My dogs. I love my dogs. They're doodle mixes, and they're just, as soon as I walk in the door, they want to be attached to me, and they're my pack.
What is one fun fact about you?
I read a ton. Last year in 2025, I read 89 books, and so far I'm at 29 this year. So my pace is a little bit slower, but I've read some really long books this year, so I read a lot.
Very nice. Well, thank you for your time today.
Thanks.